Hi Andy. So they lost 3 in the power play. You guys lost 4. So relatively even there. Just Sikandar was the difference between the two sides at the end.
Yeah, he's obviously a guy in great form. He didn't miss hit many. He kind of shows the form he's in by the way he played and kind of took it. I wouldn't say took it away because I thought it was a par score at half time, but played a key innings in getting them to a total. But yeah, certainly when you go 4 down that early, chasing, it's very difficult. I thought the guys still came in and tried to put some impetus into the innings, but we just weren't able to get back from that, and that was the kind of sucker blow, I suppose.
Obviously the pitch was offering a little bit off that kind of back of a length. Josh had obviously a lot of success there. They seem to think that for them the risk reward was taking it on. They might lose 1 or 2, but they'll get a few runs. That's kind of what happened. For you is the flip side of that. Okay, we might go for a few runs, but we'll pick up a couple, and you probably could have picked up more. There was the drop, and then I think Barry had one that was just evaded fine leg.
Yeah, I thought both teams had pretty good power plays with the ball. We both kind of knew what length was effective and how best to use that. So I thought we were pretty good in the power play. Like you said, we created a couple more chances, but just weren't able to get to hand. Or there was that drop catch, but it didn't really cost us. But yeah, it was kind of, I think they just batted well in that middle. I thought we bowled pretty well at the back end again, but yeah, that middle period just kind of took the innings away from us from the start we had.
What do you think needs to improve then in that middle period with the ball? Yeah,
we've always spoken about how that is where the game is normally won or lost. In the power play, anything can happen either way. But in that middle period is a real time to strike. That we kind of want to use our seamers in that period rather than just save them to bowl all their overs at the death. So we weren't really able to get any wickets in that period, which cost us a bit. But yeah, I think we'll continue with that sort of aggressive mindset if we can in that middle.
And then looking ahead to Wednesday, I mean, obviously you would have, I don't know how much of the first game you saw. Looking at Scotland, they look like a side. They struggled a little bit. A couple of guys getting out, pulling the ball. Do you envision that will be a weapon for you guys again going forward?
Yeah, look, we're going to have to play pretty aggressive cricket now for the next 2 games. We're chasing the group, but I suppose the beauty of it is we won our first game last year and didn't get through. So hopefully we can flip that this year and lose our first game and go through. So it's disappointing because we had high hopes of having a really good week, and I said it outside that the way the tournament works, you can't really. It's nearly the day before the next game, so it's you don't have too much time to dwell on what's happened. You just got to get on with it and try to put your best foot forward for the next game.
Andy, hi.
Hi.
Just you spoke about the lengths that were bowled today. So do you think we saw some test match like wickets fall, your wicket included? Do you think going forward on these pitches that could be something that fast bowlers might look to do during this World Cup?
I think so, yeah. I think naturally the wickets over here are bouncier and I wouldn't say rapid, but they're just bouncier. So that sort of back of a length is going to come into play more often than not. I don't think there were many drives in the power play, both from Zimbabwe and us. So you've got to be accurate. Whatever length you do bowl and in whatever conditions, you've got to be accurate. And I thought both sets of bowlers today were pretty accurate, but we just couldn't be accurate enough in that kind of key period in the middle today.
Are there any takers online who would like to ask a question? Please raise your hand. Thanks, Fidosa. Can go ahead.
Sips, I think Ian actually wrote in the chat box.
Oh, did you? Okay, sorry then. Ian, please go ahead.
Sorry, Andrew, I haven't got a chat function on my computer at the moment. Just a quick question about the toss. You obviously saw Sri Lanka and West Indies both lose chasing. What was thinking behind batting first today?
We wanted to chase. I don't think the games in Melbourne have any, that didn't play into what we wanted to do first today. we were comfortable with chasing 170 odd. We were happy at the halfway stage and just got blown away in that power play. And if I'm gonna be upset about winning tosses and losing games, it's going to be a long stint, and I can't get too worked up about that. It's something I spoke about with some members of the squad and some of the management as well, and I think that's something we've done pretty well over the last number of months. And like I said, losing 4 wickets in that power play is you're rarely going to win games from that position.
Okay, thanks very much.
Cheers, Ian.
Firdaus.
Hi, Andy.
Hi.
Just with Josh Little, I guess not that much positive from today for you guys, but he's been so impressive over the last couple of months. What do you think makes him so special? And would you say he's ranking right up there as one of Ireland's very best? And what do you need to do to keep him performing at this level? Yeah,
certainly from him gaining experience from all the top leagues around the world. He played a really good role for the Manchester Originals in the 100. He's getting exposure at that level. He's gone to the South Africa T20 competition, and he's just really clear with what he wants to do, and he's got a clear game plan. He backs his ability, and he's only 22. It feels like he's been around for a long time, but I think he's only going to get better. I think we're very lucky with a really good bowling coach at the moment, who's helping him out as well. So I hope he's going to go from strength to strength.
Are there any last takers? And on that note then, thank you very much everybody for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow.